Hello, YouTube. I gotta talk about this fucking video that came out maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. It's an EDP445 video. So one of the weirdest things I've ever seen because either the guy is a freaking idiot, like legit a freaking idiot, or he's a liar, and I'm pretty sure it's both. But let's talk about EDP445 and the situation going on with Chet Goldstein, I was set up. It's like, goddamn, how many times does this guy have to freaking do this shit? I mean, granted, I know people will say that, I defended him in one video that was actually a troll tactic, to gain more views and, hatred because, that's the kind of person I was trying to be, uh, several months ago until I got off the meds and I realized, I'm a fucking. Those meds were not good for me, man. Those meds were not good for me, and it was fucking inhibiting my intelligence. But let's talk about this fucking shit, okay? I mean, nowadays I attack everybody, And when I say attack, I don't mean literally attack. I mean like, in the cases of people doing wrong things, I tend to view wrong as very objective, very objective. If somebody is doing something morally wrong, despite what their intentions are, then they're doing something morally wrong and they need to change that shit. No matter who they are, no matter what their reasoning is, whether they're a predator hunter, whether they're a freaking predator, I think they all deserve to be punished. That's my belief. And people seem to think that, they either think I'm a predator or they think I'm fucking some sort of troll. And I'm just like, nah, I'm just a really decent human being who hates fucking people who do evil things. And trust me, there's a lot of people who do evil things. I mean, technically, it's even evil to have trolled the way I did by trolling everybody. But we're not going to talk about that. What we're going to talk about is freaking EDP445 and the bullshit of that fucking video. That video was complete horseshit, and I'll tell you why. Because a few of the things that towards the end of the video, he was talking about statute of limitations or whatever, as to why he couldn't talk about the situation for 2 years. It's like, bruh, do you not know how the statute of limitations works? I mean, you could just Google this fucking shit, and you understand what statute of limitations is. Statute of limitations is a state by state law determining the amount of time that you can be charged with a crime. That is literally what the statute of limitations is. If you're not charged, for example, let's just say in my state, right? In my state, if I committed a crime and I'm not charged for 2 years because of lack of evidence, well, not 2 years, but probably like, I think here it's like freaking 5 years. But anyway, if you're not charged with a crime for 5 years, you're not getting charged at all, or I wouldn't be, If 5 years has passed and there's no way they can prosecute because they don't have evidence or they need time or something, and they have this time and then they don't prosecute, and let's just say over 5 years goes by, they can't charge at all. That's how statute of limitations works. Statute of limitations is not freaking, oh, I can't talk about the situation for over 2 years. Over 2 years on YouTube, even though he has talked about the situation before on YouTube, saying he was set up. He's made a couple of videos on it before, and it didn't seem to bother him then. But apparently, just to show emails of this alleged conversation, and I'll get to those, totally photoshopped. And not even good Photoshop. Bad fucking Photoshop. And trust me, I haven't used Photoshop since I was in high school, to be honest with you. I choose not to use it. I just take screenshots. That's it. I take screenshots of what the dumb shit people said or say. Because trust me, there's a lot of dumb shit on the internet. A lot of it. And I remember everything. But anyway, so it's like this weird thing where he does a fucking Photoshop, a really poor one. I mean, it's bad, man. It's one of the worst Photoshop pictures of an email I've ever seen. You just take any email, and just fucking put his name on it. Put a wavelength productions. By the way, how in the fuck does he think this person, Chet Goldstein, is a fucking filmmaker? Okay, by the way, Chet Goldstein's actual real name is Alex. But how does he think that Alex is a fucking film director when he's just some fucking dumb 23-year-old in fucking some fucking university in Texas? How does he think this? Shit, I don't understand. I legitimately do not understand how this idiot how this like he's 30. He's older than me. The EDP is older than me, right? He's like 32 or 33 or some shit, and he's a fucking idiot. Let me tell you, he's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know shit about how the fucking internet works. He doesn't know shit about how laws work. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know anything other than the dumbest shit he spews and the fact that he likes kids. But I tell you what, the fucking shit is fucking weird because he sits there and he thinks that fucking Wavelength Productions, that's the guy, Chet Goldstein, is a fucking film director. He and it's to the point where he didn't even fucking do a fucking Google search of the fucking company. Wavelength Productions. Um, I hate to tell you, but from what Google was telling me, because I looked up Wavelength Productions because I was curious, um, every single film from Wavelength Productions has a female director. All of them. All of them. So how do you insinuate that this guy, Chet Goldstein, is a fucking that's how you know he's lying, by the way. That's how you know he's lying. He didn't do any research on this shit. He just looked up probably the name of a film company, right? And and by the way, you realize Chet Goldstein lives in Texas? I don't know, but was he pretending to be from New York? I'm pretty sure they were saying they was from California, right? It was from California, so Wavelength Productions is in New York. I think it's Brooklyn. I think they're in Brooklyn, New York City, and yet he's allegedly a film director in like Hollywood. Like what? And the films are always have a film director who is a woman. So I legitimately do not understand how he could lie this incredibly poorly. He must have the IQ of a fucking rabbit, like literally a rabbit. I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if a rabbit is really smart or really intelligent. I'm pretty sure actually maybe a rabbit actually has more intelligence than I tell you what, he probably has. I'm sorry to the rabbit because the rabbit is actually a sweet animal. It's actually a really good animal. I think he has the mental intelligence of a fucking rock. A fucking rock. Okay? A rock has no intelligence. It doesn't even have a brain. Come on. But yeah, it's just he doesn't know how statute of limitations works. He doesn't know. And the AI thing, oh boy, that AI thing, man. Let me tell you, that is some of the worst fucking like how are people falling for this AI shit? Bruh, hey, seriously. Do you know how many fucking accounts I talk to on fucking what was it, Instagram that are fucking fake? There's hundreds of them. And I call them out every to the first minute or I just fucking manipulate them and be like, hey, send me your number, and guess what? It's always somebody who they claim to not be. It's weird. Or they come up with some story trying to make it seem believable, but they don't realize if you're gonna tell a story and add a little bit of truth and a little bit of a lie, you better talk to somebody who can't figure out what the lie is, because trust me, I know everything. Trust me, that's my strategy. You know, if I were to tell a lie, okay, and I would want to lie to somebody, I would mix in a little bit of truth, and to be honest with you, I'd tell this really realistic story about that's kind of a lie, but add a little bit of truth in there to confuse you to make it seem like, oh, it's plausible. But this one, they try to tell a bunch of truth things where the lie was the more questionable one. And they thought I couldn't figure it out, and of course I had to figure it out. Like I'm gonna think some fucking famous celebrity is gonna talk to me. I'm not famous. Not yet anyway. I'm not saying I will be either. You know, I might never be famous, you know? I just want to write movies. That's all I want to do. I want to write movies. I want to write movies, I want to direct movies, that's all I want to do. How will I do that? I don't fucking know. Honestly, I have no idea, dude. I haven't figured that part out yet, because I don't have my BA yet, but anyway, EDP, fuck, I don't know what to say to you, man. You know, you're just like, you're just fucking, how many times do we have, like people ban him on the internet, ban him off the internet, you know, and it's like, it's always the same thing, right? Always the same thing. These idiots, there's hundreds of them. It's not just the predators who are idiots, it's the predator catchers who are idiots. They're both equally stupid, so I don't see why we can't go after both of them. And when I say go after, I mean like get him off this fucking platform, or you know, I don't mind, you know, at the moment I don't mind, you know, people trolling other people, you know, that's fine. But if you're gonna sit there and just try to catch pedophiles just to increase your views on YouTube, and to freaking sit there and fucking, you know, go and make money off of some shit and do immoral shit just to fucking bring your view count up, I'm sorry, but you're gonna get fucking flagged by me or somebody else. And if you sit there and fucking, you know, think you could just say dumb fucking random shit and to defend your pedophilia, I'm sorry, but you're gonna get flagged on YouTube by me or somebody else. That's what's gonna happen. I mean, it's just sad, just sad. Anyway, um, yeah. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Was there anything else in that situation that I wanted to talk about? I don't know. The video was long, but those are the few points I remember. So, um, oh yeah, fucking Rite Aid. Come on. What film director would have wanted me to Rite Aid? Number one, if a film director were to sit there and want to meet with you, the first thing they would do is either invite you to the studio they work at, or they would invite you to, for example, out to dinner. You know, they would be like, "Hey, we could go have dinner and discuss the terms of this agreement and discuss, you know, the terms of." And if it were for a casting project, why would they cast you at a fucking Rite Aid or a fucking uh, bunch of fucking, like, it looks like they were townhomes or whatever, a townhome? Like, why would they do this? Why would they feasibly do this? That's improbable. That's not even fucking. That's not even fucking. That's not even plausible in fucking layman's terms. But uh, I don't know. I don't know. This is fucking sad, man. These people are fucking. Not only the predators, but the predator catchers. I mean, you should have seen that fucking guy. What was his predator catchers PA who actually got banned off of YouTube. Um, or at least the first channel got banned. Now he's on another channel. He's ban evading. I mean, I've been saying it for a while now. He's ban evading, which is against YouTube's terms of service. But I digress. And let's not even talk about fucking protect the innocent, who fucking sits there and fucking, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with that bitch? Um, she's okay. I don't mean to call her a bitch, but let's be honest. She fucking goes around fucking like causing a ruckus at fucking businesses and basically terrorizes the fucking business and its employees and its customers and just makes a fool of herself while doing it. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's the most immoral immoral thing I've ever seen. And I don't understand how anyone can support her. Oh, what? She catches pedophiles? Oh, what? She's hot? Oh my God. Yeah. If you think she's hot, just go fucking jack off to her in your fucking bathroom. Jesus Christ. Um, Look, I don't simp for women. Okay, I don't. If anyone's gonna simp, it's gonna be the woman simping for me. Not that I think women will simp for me, but trust me, if you're as dominant as I am, okay, and as protective as I am, women will start simping for you. Trust me, women will start simping for you. Um, as far as Predator Catchers PA goes, the guy is a fucking idiot. He fucking sits there and gets banned for a bunch of videos that counts as bullying and harassment, from what I saw on his fucking Instagram. And guess what? Do you know what happens? He re-uploads the videos again. It's It's a mindfuck, man. It's a fucking mindfuck. How are you gonna sit there and get flagged for fucking this shit and re-release the fucking videos that get you banned in the first place? Like, what is that? I've never heard of such idiocy. Oh, and I don't even want to talk about Alex Rosen. Okay, Alex Rosen, that guy, aka the guy who caught EDP. I don't have any problem with CC Unit. I honestly speaking, I don't watch the guy. I haven't seen any of the guy's shit, but from what I can tell, he seems like a morally stand-up dude. Like, he has his morals straight, from what I've seen. Now, I haven't seen too much of him, so I'd have to do a little more research on the guy. But from what I've seen, the guy actually seems like a decent guy. You know, I don't have a problem with him. He actually seems like he's probably the best predator catcher I've seen since either Chris Hansen or that fucking guy that I mentioned in the previous video. You know, the one that fucking. Okay, so there was a predator catcher a few some years ago who he had a lot more integrity than most of the other ones, because he had the chat logs, right? He had the chat logs of fucking a predator getting doing talking about illegal shit, wanting to do predator things, which is rape a child. And what happens? What happened? What happened? What happened? Um, what happened was basically, you know, he he saw the guy. Okay, he saw the guy. He found the guy. The guy was in a wheelchair. Okay, the guy was in a wheelchair. He looked at him. He just said, "Hey, how you doing?" And then he just walked away. He just walked away. Now, why did he do this? I'll tell you why he did this. Because he has more integrity. Because he's not gonna sit there and fucking go after somebody with a fucking physical disability, or even probably not one with a mental disability, and fucking that's whole nother legal jargon. That's a whole nother legal case that I'm sorry, but if you do that, you're morally incorrect. If you go after anyone with any sort of disability, like physical, like severe physical disability, or severe mental disability, like Predator Catcher's PA did, because he has no integrity at all. He doesn't have any integrity. He doesn't even have a fucking conscience. He's some fucking 25-year-old kid. I mean, it's weird, but the oldest one is actually Protect the Innocent, because fucking, she's probably in her 30s, right? But she's trying to get men to simp for her. It's like fucking weird, man. But she's in her 30s. Fucking Predator Catchers in PA, and fucking Chet Goldstein, aka PP Southeast Texas, they're fucking in the 20s. They're younger than me. They're younger than me, and they have less integrity than I do. It's fucking sad, man. I mean, I don't go out and catch predators. You know why? Because I personally, it doesn't affect me. Look, I was not raped as a child. Okay, I was not raped as a child. I legitimately have no reason to go after these guys. Now, I obviously understand wanting to protect the children. I obviously understand wanting to protect, people who are innocent. But let me tell you, you do not protect the innocent by creating more monsters and fucking sitting there and going after people who legitimately, like, I don't have any problem with any of the most of their other catches. I don't even have a problem with that. Chet Goldstein's fucking. I personally, Chet Goldstein hasn't really done that much to begin with, anyway. That I actually find morally wrong as far as catching predators goes. I'm just saying the guy's a fucking idiot, and the guy is literally a horrible human being. Horrible human being. He said the N word several fucking times in a fucking video in the past. And he claims he was a teenager when he did that. Oh, I was a teenager. Doesn't matter if you were a teenager, bro. You still did it. Okay, if you're gonna say that, you don't say it to Black Lives Matter. Don't say it to people who could be of color. You know. And if you're gonna sit there and fucking catch predators, make sure they don't have a fucking physical disability, or a mental disability. I mean, as far as Predator Catches PA does. And if you're gonna go catch predators, number one, don't go to their work, protect the innocent, and do not sit there and fucking terrorize the workplace because they won't fire them, or because they don't think you're accurate, because they think you're a fucking madman. And when I say madman, I mean mad woman, but. Don't do this shit, guys. Be like, I'm not gonna say Justin Payne, because Justin Payne's a fucking piece of shit, okay? And the reason I know Justin Payne is a piece of shit is because he worked with a guy, and that guy actually said Justin Payne was a pile of shit, and he fucking would go all around to bars and brag about how I'm famous on the internet. It's like, fucking, what the fuck is going on here, man? These predator catchers are fucking out of their minds. Out of their minds, and fuck, man. It's ridiculous, man. It is absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand it, but and you know what's worse? The people in the comment sections, they all lie to me. They all lie to me. They say, oh, check, Alex Rosen is not his real last name. Really? Are you gonna sit there and lie to me like that? They say protect Predator Catcher's PA's name is not correct. How are you gonna sit there and lie to me? They're gonna say, "Oh, protect the innocent." Yeah. She doesn't live in Florida. She goes all around the country. Really? Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. How are you gonna sit there and lie to me, all of you? You're trying to protect these fucking idiots that are fucking immoral as fuck. And let me tell you, they're immoral as fuck. Okay, that guy from a few years ago had more integrity. CC Unit, whoever he is from fucking California, has more integrity than those four fucking idiots that I mentioned. And let me tell you, they are idiots. They are idiots. That's my opinion. That's my freedom of speech. Okay, that's the First Amendment right there. Freedom of expression. Okay, if I think someone's an idiot, I have a right to call them an idiot. I have the right to say they're an idiot, and that's an opinion. And if I could provide evidence to that fucking opinion, um, that's even better for me. That's how I justify it to myself. I mean, come on. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get off here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and me. Basically, this video was a combination of EDP, his new video. He's a fucking piece of shit. Um, and you know he's a predator. Obviously, of course he's a predator, man. He's a fucking sicko. What can you say? Look. He's a fucking predator. Okay, he is what he is. He went out to get a cupcake, and I tell you what, he should have gone to prison because trust me, they would love to, eat his cupcake. Anyway, see you later.